that is appropriate, healthy, and good feeling for your body. And let's get started. Yay, low back. So coming to a comfortable position, remember this can be anything that feels good for you today. Maybe having your legs crossed isn't right today and you want them out in the front, or you want to put your hands behind you for a little while. That's fine as well. So find a comfy position, find those sits bones. And we're only going to be here for a few moments just to breathe and land, and then we'll be moving into a new position. So maybe closing your eyes if that feels right. And taking your first big deep breath, just inhaling and exhaling, landing on your mat one more time, once again. And I thought we'd practice a new technique this morning with our breath. It's great to have these skills in our toolbox. And this one is called square breathing. It's a little interesting because you hold the breath for a few moments. What I like about it is its simplicity. So we're going to inhale, hold, exhale, and hold for just a count of 4. So I'll guide you with the counting. And you inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. And we'll do this 4 times. Get ready. Nice exhale and inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. And then just breathe naturally. Drop in and check in with yourself and see how that breathing felt. Is there any change in your state? This is a wonderful breathing technique for anxiety or stress response. Helps us to slow down and be present in the moment, especially if we are agitated or activated in the moment. So when you're ready, flutter your eyes open. Maybe just roll the shoulders a little bit, look around the room, wake up your neck and upper back. Roll the head around a little bit, and then let's come to tabletop. Get right into that low back. So in tabletop, we do want to make sure that our fingers are spread nice and wide and that pointer finger is pointing to the top of the mat. And then check to make sure your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are in a nice straight line. And then just take a quick glance at your knees. They should be right under your hips and your feet right behind your knees. Inhaling, we'll drop the belly, lift the head and tailbone, press into the fingertips and the tops of your feet. And then exhale, curl the back up towards the ceiling into cat. And then go back and forth at your pace, inhaling to the swayed back and exhaling to the Halloween cat, pulling your navel up towards your spine, keeping pressure in the fingerprints and the tops of the feet. That really helps the wrists and the knees to not be the only point of contact, taking some of your weight with some of this movement. Just go back and forth, noticing how your spine changes as you move, and maybe noticing any tightness or resistance, being super kind and compassionate to that. And letting that low back warm up, and then coming to stillness. Whew. All right, a little bit of strength development. So nice flat back. Let's take that right arm and reach it long in front of us. So one of the things with our low back is that we want to train the core. So feel your belly even starting to come on, turn on, just lifting that arm. And now the left leg. So opposite arm to opposite leg, lifting that left leg up behind you, pressing your footprint to the wall behind you and stretching it out. Pressing into the top of that right foot, making any adjustments that you need to, holding this for one more breath. And with the next inhale, we're going to stretch out long. And then exhale, bring the elbow and knee together under the body. So getting a stretch and strengthen here. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen it out. Exhale, bring it in. One more time. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, bring it in. And then set everything back down onto the mat. And we'll go to the other side. So that left arm reaches out long in front of us. Hold that for just a moment. Feel the left oblique sort of turning on right in between the rib cage and the hip bone. Then when you're ready, press into the left foot and reach the right foot out long behind you. Even your weight over your right arm and your left foot leg. Great. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Left arm, right leg up. Take one more breath cycle here. Now the inhale, stretch it out. Reach, reach, reach. Feel that stretch in the hip flexor. And then exhale, bring the elbow and knee together under the body, belly button to spine. Great job. 2 more of these. Inhale. Exhale, bring it together. One more. Great big inhale and great big exhale. And reset it. Whew, nice job. All right. Turn those core muscles on. We're going to start doing some circles with our tailbone. So first of all, just sort of wag the tail there. Get those muscles turned on. A little bit of lightness there. And we're going to move back as if we were going into child's pose, and then swing over towards your right, and then come up towards your right hand. Come forward over to the left, and then back towards the left heel. And just make this a big circle. Great. Keep it going. Big circles. Excellent. You got it. One more in this direction. And then as you're back here, go ahead and swing it the other way. So towards the left, up, over towards the right, and back down. Great. Making those big circles. Gorgeous. 2 more. Beautiful. You've got this. 1 more circle. Excellent. And bring it back down to child's pose, all the way down, forehead to the floor.
And take 2 big deep breaths here. Inhale into the low back. Feel the air fill up that area. And then press the low abdominal muscles into the thighs and feel the low back soften. One more time. Big inhale. And then exhale, press the abdominal muscles onto the thighs. And roll your forehead side to side, breathing naturally. Maybe if you'd like, keeping a little bit of tension on those abdominal muscles, pressing towards the thighs to keep the low back open as you roll your forehead side to side. And notice how that stretch goes all the way down those erectus spinae, big muscles on the sides of the spine. Come to stillness, little smile to yourself. Why not? Draw the hands back under the shoulders and press yourself up. Okay, reset your table. Turn the toes under on both sides on both feet. Inhale and exhale yourself to your first down dog. Now remember, this is our first one, so it's not going to be extravagant. You may not get the heels down onto the mat. That's fine. Maybe you'd like to bend the knees a bit. That's great too. Spread the fingers out, press into your fingertips, and then maybe straighten the legs a little bit. Take 2 breaths here. Big inhale. Open up the low back. Feel it pressing towards the ceiling. Exhale. Great job. One more time. Inhale. And then let the exhale bring you back down onto hands and knees. And things are going to get interesting here. Flatten the left foot, but keep the right toes turned under. I'm going to move forward on my mat a little bit. You might want to do that too, making sure you've got plenty of room behind you on your mat. Turn your toes under and straighten that foot, that leg behind you, and press through the heel. Stretch that out a little bit. Beautiful. All right. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take that foot and we're going to bring it forward, that right foot, roll over it, and then keep pulling it forward and invite it to come up between the hands. Now, if you've got blocks and you want to take a moment, I should have said something at the beginning of class and go grab them. Or if you've got them close by, or you can say, nah, I don't need blocks right now. And that's fine too. But if you'd like, you can put a block on each side of that right foot, hands on the blocks or hands on the mat. And just feel that little stretch already. Whew, yep, I feel it. And now roll the toes on the left foot under and making sure you've got some good stability in your hands and feet. We're just going to lift that left leg up and stretch the back of it. Nice. Whew, strength development here. Lift up out of your shoulders, pressing into that right foot. Gorgeous job. You got this. And then come on back down to your left knee and flatten that left foot. Now, bring your hands one at a time up to your right knee. Just feel nice and tall. Lean forward into that right leg, stretching this left hip flexor. Just be careful not to let this right knee go forward of the right toes. Take a deep breath here, tuck the chin, long spine, use your core for balance. Stretching this hip flexor, breathing into that left front hip is so good for your back. And then when you're ready, take a little bit of the pressure off of the front, bring it to the back, and bring your hands back down to the sides of your right foot. Right hand on the outside, left hand on the inside of the right foot. Now what we're going to do is start to shift our weight from our low back and our bottom back towards that left foot and pull the right toes with us. So a little half split here.
Even out the hips as best you can by pulling that right hip crease back. You know, that seems weird. Like, what do you mean? But think about the crease at your right hip in the front and sort of pull it back to even out your hips. It's going to make a lot of sensation in the back of your right leg. And now inhale, come forward. Stretch that left hip flexor. And exhale, shift to the back. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, come forward. Stretch that left hip flexor. And exhale, draw that right hip crease in the front, draw it back. Woo, stretching the right hamstring. 1 more time. Inhale forward. And exhale back. All right, and then come forward just to this regular runner's lunge. Now we're going to try something a little bit different. This right foot is going to start to come back, but you're going to cross it in front of the left leg. So you've got right knee in front of left knee. Yep, so this is eagle legs, but we're kneeling. And now just kind of move your weight back, making any adjustments you need to. And what we're looking for is a big stretch in the left glutes. Engage the core to protect that low back, but we're stretching the glutes, especially that left side. Little smile, tuck the chin, long spine, breathe. If you've got blocks, great. If you don't, that's fine too. Make adjustments so this feels nice. Take 2 breath cycles here. Move around if you'd like. You can come forward, back. You can go a little side to side. Find the spot that gives you the nicest stretch that feels right intuitively. 1 more breath. And then rock yourself forward so you're more weight on the hands. And then untwist. Ask that right leg to come back. Woo! Here we are, back into table. Turn those toes under, big inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Big inhale into the low back. Exhale, press the heart towards the thighs. Let the head hang. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. 1 more breath. And use the exhale to come on down. Roll those left toes under and straighten that leg back. Press through the left heel. Remember, you can always come to fists or use your blocks to help your wrists, whatever is going to work for you. When you're ready, roll over those left toes and then invite that left foot to come up in between the hands. Now you notice I have to let go for a little bit. Like I can't just do that as a smooth movement. So make adjustments. Let your body be however it needs to be today. Set yourself up, make movements, make adjustments, and lean forward just a little bit into that left foot. And then come back, turn those right toes under and lift the right leg. So this is for strength development, pressing through that right heel, pressing into that left foot. I'm going to lift my toes to make sure that I'm going right into that left heel and stretch it out as much as feels good for me. So right now, this is feeling pretty good. Big stretch through the hips. Nice. Take a breath, lengthen through the spine. And then when you're ready, let that right knee come on down. And bring your hands one hand at a time up to that left knee. And just make this a nice, tall shape. Feel strong. And then when you're ready, bring those hands back down to the sides of the left foot, left hand on the outside of the left foot, right hand on the inside, blocks or no blocks, up to you. And when you're ready and you feel solid, go ahead and start to shift that weight back towards the right foot, lifting the left toes to come with you. Great job. Take a breath here. Breathe into that stretchy spot. Spicy. Whoo. Pull the left hip crease back now. That left hip that's folded in the front of your body. Great. And then inhale it forward. Stretch that right hip flexor. Breathe into the front of that right hip. And then exhale, send it back. Gorgeous. Notice the stretching that's happening. Come forward for an inhale. So a lot of low back pain, back for an exhale, is in these tight hips, tight hamstrings. Pull that left hip crease back. Great job. One more time. Inhale it forward. And by bringing this type of movement into the hips, we're stretching the muscles, stretching everything, and inviting synovial fluid to come on in. Gorgeous. Okay. So now we're going to take that eagle pose, those eagle legs. So we're going to invite that left foot to come back and cross in front of the right leg. So knees are right on top of each other. Left knee is front, right is back. Move yourself around so that this feels comfortable. And then press your weight back towards your feet, specifically that right foot. And if this is too much on your knees, please, please, please adjust and find that big stretch in the right glute. Move around, move your weight, be mindful of your back. Find those little spots that need to be stretched. One more breath cycle here. And then bring it forward. Great job. Untwist. Come into your tabletop, and we've got one more downward facing dog here. Turn the toes under. Big inhale, big smile on your face. You're going to go upside down. Why not smile? Exhale. Woo! And notice the difference here from that first downward dog to this one. Go ahead and pedal it out. Move, bending one knee and then the other, feeling that in the low back. Gorgeous job. Smile at your toes. And then come to stillness and make it your biggest down dog ever. Spread out those hands. Big inhale, fill up your lungs like they're feathers, and then exhale. Whew, heart towards the thighs. Downward facing dog is one of the best healing shapes for your low back and for posture. And when you're ready, come on down to your knees. Beautiful. And we're going to turn on our mats. Go ahead and sit back on your heels, but turn on your mat so that you have the long way. So however that's going to look for you, have this the long way. Great. Whew. And if your blocks are nearby, awesome. You might want to have one on one side of your mat and one on the other side of your mat. Now we're going to come to tall knees. Beautiful. All right, so let's mirror. So we're going to start with the left leg and bring that out to the side. This is affectionately known as gate posture or gate pose. And obviously we're stretching the inner thigh quite a bit here. Let's place the left hand on the outside of the left thigh. The right hand is going to come out to the side, thumb pointing away with palm facing forward. Inhale up. We've done this one a lot of times. And exhale it over. Imagine a pane of glass in front of you and a pane of glass behind you. So you're one strong, tall body. Great. Take another breath here. Try not to push the hand into the knee, just a gentle light touch here. A little bit more of a stretch, big pull in the hip flexor. Great job. And then bring it back. Then we're going to let this right hand come on down, either all the way to the mat or to a block, up to you. And then bring that left arm up and then exhale it right over the body. I like to press some energy through my left heel. Make this a nice big stretch. Great. And then bring it back up. Use your core. Beautiful. All right. Now, this is new for us, I think. We're going to come down to all fours. You might come off your mat a little bit. Adjust your legs. Do this in any way that feels right for you. And what we're going to attempt to do is come into like puppy. So we're on our forearms with this shape still going on, this gate shape. So use your intuition. Only go as far as this works for you. You may want to adjust your weight back a little bit. And if you want to keep coming down all the way into child's pose, that's up to you. See what your body can do today. Everyone's going to be a little different. Some folks might be still up on their hands. That is totally fine. You might want to grab a block and put that in front of you and rest your head on it. That could work too. Relax the back, relax the shoulders, big stretch in the inner thigh. Use your intuition. Only go as far as it works for you. One more breath cycle. And then gently bring your hands under your shoulders and press yourself up. And invite that left leg back underneath you. And come on up. Phew, we're longer on the left side. All right. Hello, Mr. Yoga Cat Olive. So over to the right, taking that right leg out. You might want to have a block nearby. Up to you. Right hand gently off to the right side. Left arm, big inhale. Exhale. Picture that pane of glass. Good job. Take a nice breath here. Be gentle here. Don't press the leg down. Just a nice light touch. Whoo, bring it back. Go ahead the other direction. Great. And stretch it out. Press some energy through that right heel. Big inhale. And exhale, bring it up. Take your time. Gently, gently start to press the hips back. Bringing the hands down in front of you. Making adjustments, moving as you go. And find what works on this side. Now, the thing is, it's going to be different each side. So don't expect to have the same experience from one side to the other. Use a block, use a blanket, use a pillow. And we're just looking for a slightly uncomfortable stretch to that right inner thigh. So you decide how spicy this burrito is going to be. Or this queso. Is it mild queso or spicy? Great job. 2 breaths here. Big inhale. Exhale. Press into the top of that left foot to take a little pressure off the left knee. Last breath.
Great job. Invite the hands to come under the shoulders and bring yourself back up and invite that right knee back down. Oh my goodness. And we're going to turn ourselves back the right way on the mat, the long way. Roll back onto your toes and your heels and bring yourself, keep walking into this nice little squat. All right. So the objective someday is to get those heels on the mat. Mine aren't there yet, but your elbows might be right into your knees. So now that we've stretched those inner thighs, you can bring your elbows into your knees and sort of push them apart a little bit. Hands can stay on the mat, lengthen through the spine. Let your low tailbone really drop towards the earth, right in between your heels. And you can make this a little wider if you like. Great. So your feet are about hip distance apart, or maybe even a little wider, up to you. Elbows are in the knees. If you can, bring your weight towards the back of your feet and off of your hands. Give that a try. And then if you want to try a little more, for a little more challenge, bring your hands together in between your knees in prayer at your heart. Soften the low back, pull the navel towards the spine. Expand as you inhale in that low pelvis. So we are allowing for a huge opening here in the pelvis. Exhale. One more breath here. Come out of this whenever you need to. And then release the hands back down towards the earth and gently start to roll forward. Lift your glutes up into the air. Come to forward fold. Phew. Roll the weight of your body towards the back of your feet. Release the hands, grab opposite biceps, make a little square for your head, and ragdoll side to side. This movement comes from the hips. So the shoulders are out of this entirely. They're just along for the ride. Your neck isn't moving. Really, this is at the hips. So you might feel your weight moving from foot to foot. And just allowing gravity to help you offer the low back as much real estate as it wants. And then let's come to stillness. Reset the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back, navel to spine, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, arms are going to come all the way out to the side as we lift up gently, gently, all the way up. Look up at the hands as they come to prayer overhead, and exhale, hands to your heart. 3 of those sun breaths. Oops, sorry, I'm headless here. That's okay. You don't need my face. Inhale. Exhale right through center. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Beautiful movement for the low back here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. Look up, watch the hands. Exhale all the way to heart. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, a little faster. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Nice little flow here. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. 1 more. Lift up your toes. Big inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Smiling all the way through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Grateful for this movement, this body that moves. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Great job. Take a nice wide stance on your mat. Beautiful. All right. I like to have my toes pointing straight forward with a little bit of a turn towards the corners of the mat.
We've stretched these inner thighs a lot, so this should feel good. Hands on the hips. It should feel stretchy. Start to push the hips back. Come forward to a nice flat back and reach your hands down towards the center. If a block is nearby and you want to have that close, go right ahead, right in the center, and let the head hang, or hands are just at the mat, let the head hang. Reassess your situation, bring your intuition into the moment. And if you want to make your stance a little wider, go ahead. Or maybe you want to toe heel the feet a little closer, up to you. And let's plant that right hand right in the center and inhale the left hand up overhead, gentle twist. Do what you can. Maybe it's halfway here. That would be lovely. Here, lovely. Up to you. Exhale it down. Take a little moment, reset, and bring that left hand down nice and strong. Inhale the right up. And exhale it down. 2 more on each side. Inhale. Exhale it down. Inhale. Exhale it down. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale it down. Last one. Inhale. And exhale it down. Let the head hang. Gently walk both of your hands over towards the left foot. Again, use blocks, bend the knees as you need to. Trust your feelings. Inhale into the low back. As you exhale, walk it back to center and walk the hands all the way over to the right foot. Make adjustments. Maybe you only are halfway. Maybe there's a nice bend in that right knee. Up to you. Scan for how this feels. We want it to be in between that little neutral and challenging space. And then exhaling, walk it back. Toe heel the feet in towards the hands. Ooh, I have the squeakiest mat till your feet are about shoulder distance apart. And this is up to you. If you'd like to come back into that squat, you might need to roll onto the toes a little bit, adjust the feet, use your hands, bring them forward. Here we are at that squat. You might want to try again with hands in the center, prayer, up to you. Tuck the chin, long spine. Use the elbows to press those knees out and just gently, maybe go side to side a little bit, bringing one knee down and then one heel down and then the other. Seeing how close you can get those heels to the earth. Long spine, tuck the chin. One more breath here. And then gently release the hands. And let's lean over onto the left foot, left leg, and just roll yourself down onto your bottom. Almost done here. Great. So we're going to find that spot on our bottom, right in between the sits bones and the tailbone. Okay. Feet are going to come flat. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Engage the abdomen. Pull the navel towards the spine. And gently start to lift the feet up. So you're rolling a little bit further, but you don't want to get on the tailbone. We're using the core for balance here. And notice how the low back feels. when that core is engaged. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, long spine, tuck the chin, lengthen, press the top of your head towards the ceiling. Just holding this gentle balance. You can try releasing the knees, straightening the arms. You can bring the feet back down to the mat if you'd like, or straighten them for a little challenge. 2 breaths, wherever you've decided to hang on to this. One more breath. And then set the feet down and gently rolling one vertebrae at a time, engaging the core all the way down onto your mat, slow as you can. Beautiful. Landing and then straightening out the legs or keeping them bent, totally up to you. Lots of options here. But let's flip the palms face up and maybe lift the upper back so that the shoulders are flat, shoulder blades are flat. Just take a breath or two. Land here on your back. Invite the eyes to close if you'd like. And then to bring our practice to a conclusion, if you'd like, take your hand, your right hand, and place it on your abdomen. Again, only if this feels good. You're welcome to keep your hands just as they are. And your left hand on your heart or rib cage, maybe right under your heart at your rib cage. And let's take 3 or 4 deep breaths to the point where you can feel your hands moving. You can feel your body expanding under your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Just stay with the feeling of your breath. As you exhale, let all tension melt out of your body, melt out of your back. Make your breaths your own. Feel your body breathing. And now breathe naturally. And I'll read you a little poem from our dear old friend, Dana. And as you just relax, listen to these beautiful words. I know how to move so that the grooves of habit and conditioning melt away, and my awareness rests undefended in the bare and wordless truth. I know how to breathe in order to receive the mystery inside of me. I know how to be so that stillness fills me. When the swirl of the world quiets, even for the briefest time, I know what it means to be at peace. Take note of this peace that you feel. Make it yours. And when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes. Feel the weight of your heels and legs, hips and shoulders, and head. Feel the realness of you. And then gently bending your knees one at a time, roll over onto your side. Use your arms to press yourself back up. Whew. And have a fantastic Thursday.
All right.
Good.
Thanks,
That was
Heather.
great.
Take care, friends.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. See you tomorrow
too.
morning, I hope.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.